Hello, and welcome back to the Tea and a Butty podcast with me, Dominic.
And me, Erica.
And today's episode's going to be about the TV and film that we've been watching and what's coming out.
Completely abandoned the April Fool's joke.
No, I was going to say it at the end, but you've ruined it now, haven't you?
I thought you were going to say, welcome back to... Because you said...
Welcome
this
back.
This is me, Dominic.
Yes,
and so I tried to match you. And
this
like,
is me,
Erica. And I thought we were going to say, welcome back to the very last
episode. I was going to, but then you said, oh, you completely abandoned the April Fool's joke then. And I was like, oh, I was going to say, and we have some sad news.
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah, but you jumped the gun. You've ruined it now. I can't even edit this out because it's going out live.
I ruined it because I thought you ruined it.
I might edit it out and we might do it again, but no, we won't. No, this is too funny. This is podcast gold.
April Fools.
April Fools. This is podcast gold. Yay! Yay! Yay!
I thought we were gonna say April Fools. All of this was planned.
All of this whole podcast has been a joke. But no, this whole podcast, this episode of this podcast is about TV and movies that are coming out and what we've been watching. And you know the whole drill. We've talked about this now. We've revamped it. It's here.
Yes.
You know.
TV, film,
April
and
Fools.
TV, film, and music week.
Yes.
I feel like I always have to reiterate the theme of the week. I don't know why.
Well, you know, some people might not know from the description and the title.
They might
just click on it and just go, oh, new episode by Tina Butty. Got to listen to that.
Yes.
I don't care what the title is.
We love all of it.
We could have Elon Musk as a guest. They don't care. They could just go, oh, I want to listen to that. I think people would listen to Elon Musk being on here. No, they wouldn't, actually. They wouldn't.
They wouldn't, no.
No, because he'd just be going on about stuff that nobody cares about.
Yes. Be going on about you drinking squash.
April Fools, Elon Musk isn't here, and he's not drinking squash. Anyway, we're getting off track now. Thanks a lot, Elon. So what's coming out then? TV and movies?
I don't know.
You don't know? You haven't got the list here in front of you, have you?
No.
That I've made.
No, but I can't think
with my own two hands.
Anything that I've heard of either. That's coming out just in the future or this month?
In the future, not in this month. I had to look into the future. Into the future.
Well, there is something coming out this month, isn't there? Or maybe it just came out.
What?
That Mob show that you want to watch.
MobLand, yeah, that's come out. There's already an episode.
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, that's going to be in...
That's on the list, is it?
It's on the list of things we are going to watch.
All right, tell me what's coming out then, because
Well, we've got Ted Lasso.
Oh,
it's coming back for a fourth season. So everyone's excited about that. Everyone's, yay, yay.
Yeah, except Jamie Tart. Did we mention this
last week? No, I said except Jamie Tart because I read that somewhere, but I couldn't prove it. I haven't looked at that. You keep saying, oh, except...
stuff out
and you're taking my word as gospel.
Oh, God.
And, you know, that's...
This is my fault.
You keep saying it, and I keep having to remind you. Actually, I don't know if Phil Dunster has renewed his contract. We have kind of no idea who's going to...
April Fools.
It's not April Fools. Ted Lasso is coming back.
Okay, yeah.
We don't know what the casting was. No, Ted's coming back, obviously, but he came on a podcast, Jason Sudeikis, and he said Ted's going to be coaching pretty much. Because I guess they were trying to anyway, you know, all the cast were like, yeah, we'll go for a fourth season, and it's kind of it now.
Yeah.
Because everybody said the third season wasn't as good as the first.
Oh, I think it was.
It was okay,
but there's... watch it again, actually. Did we only watch it the one time?
Oh, no, I think we watched it twice. We watched the third season when it came out.
Yeah.
When it just dropped. And then we watched it again when we got back from Britain. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it was kind of like we watched
it was good, but yeah, I need to watch it again.
No, I mean, I read a review. People were like, oh, you know, the people who were like, should it come back? Does it need to come back? You know, the naysayers who were like, It wasn't very
Don't
good.
watch it
wasn't.
then.
It wasn't very good.
I'm just sick to death of everyone.
It wasn't very good. No, it was. It was terrible plotting and terrible this, and they should just leave it where it is now and all that, and they're going to ruin it.
I seem to think like
they're going to ruin it, even though it was already ruined.
Was it the season that Ted was hardly featured in?
Yeah, season 3 was.
Season 3, yeah.
Yeah, no, I noticed that when I watched it. I was like, he's hardly in this, and they're trying to wrap everything up quickly.
Well, I mean, the thing is art was mirroring reality in a little bit, wasn't it? Because he does have kids, and I'm sure they were in America, so
yeah.
it was like...
I mean, he was going through a messy divorce, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it probably is like a little bit like, oh, I don't want to be over here filming all the time. I've got kids.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
So I've got to come back to Kansas.
Yeah, there's no place like home. No place
that's what he did. I mean, he ended up in Kansas.
Yeah.
And coaching, with his son.
I just now thought. I wonder if Kansas was a choice because is he actually from Kansas?
I have no
Jason
idea.
Sudeikis. I wonder if it was a choice then. Like
maybe he is.
Dorothy was in Oz, and
Yeah.
he's just in Oz, and
well, she was from Kansas.
yeah, that's what I mean. And he was Dorothy, and he was in Oz was the UK.
Oz was London, yeah, Richmond.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean probably
Something like that, maybe.
And he had all of the classic elements. No, this apparently, the Ted Lasso season 4. The general idea is like they've got scripts together. They're writing scripts right now. They haven't started filming anything. They don't know when it's going to be released. It's possibly 2026 or 27.
I mean, I'll watch it. We'll watch it.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it.
And, the only kind of, like, thing he said is, like, oh, Ted's going to be coaching a women's team.
Yeah.
So we're going to have, like, a season of A League of Their Own and Bend It Like Beckham references. Probably.
Oh, yeah.
There's no crying in soccer. I mean football.
Yeah. It'll be cute.
It'll
be good.
So there's no release date on this. Another thing that's coming out, and it's been widely reported on, and possibly coming next year or the year after, is the Harry Potter HBO show.
Yeah.
John Lithgow has been cast as Dumbledore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Papa Essedu as Snape.
Yeah, we don't know him.
Yeah, he's done some stuff. I can't think of what he's in.
Oh, has he? Has he been in anything we've seen? Because I think I looked him up when I saw that, and I didn't. Maybe he was, like, in soaps, or... I don't know.
He was in I May Destroy You, Gangs of London.
Oh, we need to see I May Destroy You.
Yeah, he's done a few things, yeah. But people are like, oh, that's a weird cast. He's too handsome for Snape and all this.
He's too handsome. Oh, Rowling describes Snape as being pale.
Yeah.
And all these other things. So basically they're saying Snape shouldn't be black. Anybody else in the cast could be cast as black except for Snape. It's like, ugh.
Oh, well, because they're only saying that because of the Cursed Child, because Hermione was... The actress who played her was black.
Oh, yeah, but they threw a fit about that, too, didn't they?
I mean, that was... people said that was terribly... It was a terrible written thing or something, but people are,
I know, a lot of people like that.
They like it just because there's no more Harry Potter. She hasn't written anything else.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
And now they're all going, well, she shouldn't write anything else. I should be the writer of Harry Potter. Me!
Personally, I thought John Lithgow was a little bit of for Dumbledore.
John Lithgow has played Churchill, so he's all right. Like, he can do, if he plays Dumbledore like he played Churchill, it'll be all right.
Well, I was like, there's enough old white British men. Like, why would you cast an American? But I like John Lithgow, but we'll see. We'll just have to see, won't we?
Yes.
But people were saying, oh, they've said that they're going to stick really close to the books, and they've already messed up because they're not picking people based on the descriptions of them in the books. I mean, we'll see. People are not going to be happy no matter what because it's not the cast of the films.
No.
And it's just like, it can't be the cast of the films.
And then there's people who weren't happy with the films because they weren't the cast in their heads from the books.
Yeah, you know what? I do think... I mean, I was always kind of excited for this series because, well, the first couple of films were
They were just to get them.
They were very kiddish. They were not really well adapted to the story. You know, they were just picked out like the most magical elements to show rather than to tell the story in the best way. So I'd love to see them redone. I thought they got progressively better as time went on, though. The films.
Yeah.
And the actors.
Yes.
the kid actors, anyway. The adults were all fantastic from the get-go. But I'm excited to see them told more closely to the books, and also just, like, you know, some of the books are very long.
Yeah.
So there was absolutely no way that they could have told the whole story in 2 hours.
Yeah, because she went a bit mad by Order of the Phoenix, didn't she? She started making it like the Goblet of Fire, because the first 3 were pretty much the same thickness. You know?
Yeah.
And then the Goblet of Fire, she went, I'll make that
twice
double.
as long.
Yeah, I'll make that 2 books in one. You know.
Yeah. And then the next one was a little bit longer than that, even.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited to see those expanded upon. I do think that maybe it's a little bit too soon to retell these stories.
Was the last Harry Potter film? 2011, was it?
I don't know.
The Deathly Hallows Part 2?
Yeah, but I mean, still, that's quite soon, isn't it? You know, I think you need to have, like, maybe another generation pass before you redo them.
I mean, they want to make money off of it.
Well, yes. Ultimately,
they want to keep dipping into that well.
But pretty much
since she's not writing anymore,
the original cast was pretty perfect, though. It was kind of like some of these other classic films. That's just like, why are we remaking these? You know what I mean? Like, there's no need to remake this.
Yeah.
There's no real
people are gonna watch
cast-wise. People will watch it.
Yeah.
They'll watch it to complain if for no other reason.
Yes, they love doing that.
But, I mean, HBO historically has put out some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, this has the potential to be good. Yeah.
I mean, they haven't done any kind of kids anything, though, that I can think of anyway.
I mean, the kids will all be 30. It'll be one of those American comedy films, you know, like where all the 30-year-olds playing roles. Yes. Nick Frost is apparently going to play Hagrid.
I think that's pretty good casting, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him for Hagrid.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're going to expand upon the characters, because, I mean, a lot of it was just telling the story.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really delving into the backstory, you know, so I guess they've got J.K. Rowling's permission and all this kind of stuff, and they're probably going to have access to all her backstories and plunder through all that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
But no release date yet. They haven't even started filming yet, because they haven't cast everyone.
I'm also excited for the CGI to look better.
Well, yes.
You know, yeah, because back then it was a bit cheesy, because, you know, it was still fairly new.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it'll be good. It'll be fine.
Yes, it'll be good. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yes. The Morning Show Season 4, probably late this year, is coming back.
Have we seen the third season?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Well, then, yeah.
Yeah,
it'll probably be this year, then.
Yeah, because they've stopped filming. I thought, maybe they're done.
Are you sure we watched Season 3?
Yes. It was in 2023 it came out.
Okay. Season 3 came out in 2023?
Yeah, I mean, they had a strike, didn't they? So, most of 2024, didn't they? So...
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good show. I mean, it's not like the best show I've ever seen, but it was decent.
It was performing decently for Apple until I think they came out around the same time as Ted Lasso, but Ted Lasso really overtook it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very different type of show. Ted Lasso and Morning Show, they don't really have too many similarities.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah.
Yeah. So as for films, I mean, Bond 26 is possibly coming sooner rather than later, now that they've put Amy Pascal and David Heyman in charge.
Yeah.
Amazon MGM. because David Heyman's, he did the Harry Potter films, he produced them.
Okay, yeah.
And he did the Paddington film. So people are kind of like, oh, okay, he knows how to do a franchise, he's okay with that, you know.
Yeah.
Amy Pascal, I think she's done some films, but there's a lot of people
I know her name.
Ooh, you know, I think I think she was involved with the Spider-Man films.
Oh, wow.
Not
like those.
not the Marvel ones though, the ones that Tobey Maguire and all this, and apparently they didn't do so great at the box office, but
the Tobey Maguire ones I think were quite popular.
Maybe the Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield
one.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the ones.
Yeah, no, they didn't do as
do as well. So she
They came out not that far after the Tobey Maguire ones. It was a reboot, and people were just like,
what you doing?
Yeah. So I really think that was probably more to do with it than anything else. Yeah.
Hopefully they're on the same page together, and, you know, we'll get a film cast and out maybe even as early as next year, you know, fingers crossed.
Oh, God. What?
We'll have a casting announcement probably by the end of the year if they've already got people. I mean, Amazon want to make money on this. They've been dragging their heels.
Yeah.
Barbara and Michael.
Yeah.
And because of this deal with Amazon MGM, Amazon are like, come on, when's the next movie? And they're like, oh, don't know, Daniel Craig's gone, oh, don't know.
We're mourning Daniel Craig.
You know, it's kind of like, okay, then, you know, apparently Jeff Bezos said, whatever it takes, get rid of them. Or get rid of her.
Oh, God, yeah. I'm sure he did.
Don't care what it costs. Get rid of Bond.
Who would you like to see play James Bond? Let us know. I'm curious to see who everyone listening thinks should be the next James Bond.
There's a lot of people going straight on the Aaron Taylor Johnson train.
I mean, to me, he's a little young.
Yeah, I mean, with Amazon MGM now in control, there's every possibility that there's going to be several James Bonds.
He was quite good in that, that thing we watched where they were on the train?
Oh, Lucky something, wasn't it? Oh, no, maybe maybe his character was called Lucky.
It was a movie, right?
Yeah, it was a movie.
Was Brad Pitt in that?
Oh, was it? Yeah, I think so. And he was like a gangster or something. And he had a friend who was obsessed with Thomas. Thomas the Tank, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was quite good in that movie.
Yeah.
I think maybe that was the first kind of grown-up role I've seen him in.
Yeah, I think he would. I mean, he'd have to do I'd have to see him like as a screen test.
I mean, who do you want to see?
I mean, I'm pretty much still banking on Aidan Turner.
Aidan Turner, yes.
Aidan Turner for the win, but I don't think he's. I mean, everybody's like, oh, he's aging out now. He's 41.
I think that's kind of a good age.
That's the age, I think.
Late 30s, early 40s.
Yes, I think he's prime. He has the potential to be another Timothy Dalton, and we need another Timothy Dalton.
I mean, personally, oh God, speaking of Timothy Dalton.
Speaking of Timothy Dalton,
1923. But at first I thought Aidan Turner would be the ultimate Bond. And of course I'm going to love him as Bond because I love him. If I was not married to you, I would be married to Aidan Turner. So I think that he would be a good Bond. But
the microphone's here. You don't have to hold. She's holding up a little invisible microphone because she's doing her TMZ interview.
But I think I said before in another podcast that I get to like he's too artsy, he's too intense.
I mean, if he gets into a contract with Bond, that's 3, maybe 4 films down the line.
He's too cool in a different way.
I mean, who knows what Amazon... Because, I mean, with the old Eon contracts, it was like 3 films and then maybe an optional for a 4th, you know?
He's too cool in, like, a different way than James Bond is cool. Do you know what I mean? I mean, we saw him in... what was that Agatha Christie thing where he's very, like, clean-cut with the...
Yeah, everybody posts that picture going, gee, be great Bond,
with the combed over classic James Bond hairstyle and everything.
I've seen him in Rivals, he had the moustache, but he would just take away the moustache and just have him as Declan. What was his Declan? O'Hara, yeah, that's him.
That was James Bond.
That was James Bond right there.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder. They should let him do his Irish accent, maybe.
I mean, it's all in Amazon's court now. They could have him any color, any nationality. You know, it's like.
I still see people saying, you said any color, and it just reminded me. I still see people saying Idris Elba needs to be James Bond. He's too old now.
He's in his 50s now.
He is too old.
He's the same age as Roger and Daniel were when
he's
they
gorgeous.
did their
He's
last
cool.
films.
He would have been cool, but he's too old now. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just like that ship has sailed.
And he doesn't. I don't think he wants to be.
I mean, how do we know?
I don't know. I mean, it's a lucrative contract. At
all
the end
of these
the day.
guys,
they pay people.
They never say one way or the other, do they? Because they don't want to they don't want to go, I don't want to be James Bond, because it's just like, oh.
The producers, well, we were going to call you, but, you know, because, I mean, I've been reading Roger Moore's book, and he says, when he got the call, because he said, I've known Cubby and Harry for years, you know, and we've been chatting, and we've been talking about, they never came to me when Connery, left the role. They never came to me then. But my name came up in the press and everything, but I never had a call from them.
Yeah.
You know? But when, you know, Sean left the role again in 71, I was kind of banking on it. I was like, I don't want to do another series of The Persuaders, because I might... Because Lou Grade was trying to get him to do another bit, because I might get that call. The Bond rolls up for grabs. I think I'm in there.
I feel like we were watching...
And then they called him.
Someone in something that we were like, oh, maybe he could be James Bond. Who was that? Do you remember? Some movie. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's been several people.
Yeah. Maybe Barry Keoghan.
Barry Keoghan.
No, I'm kidding.
Barry Keoghan. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I at this point, it's like
we should start writing it down.
I'm wondering who David Heyman and Amy Pascal are gonna do.
They could pick a complete unknown for all we know, you know.
Well, that's the thing. They need to, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the James Bond actors, they weren't, you know, Sean Connery wasn't really well known before he was cast. Yeah. George Lazenby he wasn't even an actor. Roger Moore, he'd done The Saint, he was known in TV, but he wasn't huge, like movie star.
Yeah.
So these people going, Henry Cavill. It's like...
throwing out all these huge names.
Oh, huge names. Henry Cavill. I mean, Idris Elba, I mean, I guess he's huge now.
Yeah.
Timothy Dalton wasn't huge before. Pierce Brosnan again.
Timothy Dalton was such a weird James Bond. I know you loved him, but...
he was as close to the books as you can get.
I don't know. He just never gave off James Bond vibes to me. He's so good being a villain, though. He's really good at a villain.
He got that in The Rocketeer.
He
played Neville Sinclair in The Rocketeer. Remember that film?
He was in...
1991. He should have been doing his third Bond
1991.
Film. But no.
Back when you were...
Back when I was 5.
No, what was it? What was the movie? You know what I mean? Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's quite good as a bad guy.
And he's a bad guy in 1923, where he's going even darker.
He's
going grim dark as the villain.
Yes. God.
Yes.
He does it well, though.
So, yeah. Speaking of that, MobLand, Helen Mirren's in that, too. And she's working with Pierce Brosnan.
She's in 1923, and she's in the new...
MobLand,
yeah.
Playing the matriarchs.
Yeah. I mean, she's kind of made for that role, isn't she? Yeah, she's good in that role. I think that looks like a good show. I don't know if you guys have seen the previews for it. It's, Pierce Brosnan is like the Don Corleone.
Yeah, it's a London gangster. Gangster.
But he's Irish, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think someone said... on the radio, they were like, people
are all going, his Irish accent's terrible.
People are surprised he's Irish. People didn't know he was Irish. It's like, didn't they?
No, they didn't. I mean, he'd kind of lost it by the time he came over here to like work, you know.
Yeah.
When he was in Remington Steele, they wanted him to be a James Bond type character.
Yeah.
And he originally got the role before Timothy Dalton. But then when it was like, you know, they cancelled Remington Steele, all the buzz, they were like, okay, we're going to make another season of this because you're so hot right now.
Yeah. And
so he lost the role again, and he thought that was the end of it until GoldenEye came out. But yeah, I mean, people going, oh yeah, I didn't know, his Irish accent's terrible. And it's like, I think he's doing like a Northern Irish accent in this.
Yeah. And he's not Northern Irish?
No. He's
Irish.
He's Irish. He's not Northern Irish, he's Irish.
Oh, gosh. But yeah, it looks really good. I mean, I love Tom Hardy, so...
Oh, Tom Hardy's is...
Looking forward to that
one. The series they play the Harrigans, a London crime family, and they find themselves in a battle with the Stevensons that could end empires and their lives. And Harry de Souza is called upon by the Harrigans to be a fixer and protect the family, and that's Tom Hardy's character.
People have said Tom Hardy should be James Bond in the past.
Yes. There's absolutely no way he wants to do it.
I love him. I mean, I love him. He's not like...
I mean,
what's the right word? I was gonna say he's not like debonair enough to be James Bond.
I mean,
he's a bit of rough.
Debonair enough to be.
Really.
I mean, you could say the same about Daniel Craig. I think Daniel Craig filled the Tom Hardy as James Bond role. Yeah, you know, we've done that. It's
I guess
been done
so.
now.
The guy
people
that's
are going,
a bit more rugged.
Amazon should just go back to how people just want to return to like the Pierce Brosnan era.
Yeah.
Where Pierce Brosnan was doing Sean Connery, Roger Moore type.
Yeah. Pierce Brosnan was being Sean Connery as James Bond.
Roger Connery. Roger Connery, as they used to call him, you know, because it was just like all the throwaway lines, and, you know, it was just basically nostalgia thing, but then people were like, no! But we've had, 5 films of Daniel Craig doing his blunt instrument.
More serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we need to get back to what made them great, you know.
Mm. Who else is in that MobLand? What's it called?
MobLand, yeah.
MobLand.
Paddy Considine is his son. Joanne Froggatt.
Oh.
Who's also
Anna
in Downton Abbey. And speaking of that, Downton Abbey, the grand finale is coming out in September.
Oh, is it?
September 2025, the grand finale.
Yeah.
And this is expected to be the last film.
Yeah.
Until Julian Fellows needs a new yacht.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, they're saying, the grand finale, it's time to say goodbye. You know, the teaser poster was released. But I think everybody's like, they're just talking about Maggie Smith, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the grand finale.
Yeah.
But then again...
But she died in the
She died in the previous one, but this will be like the fallout of it, I guess.
I guess, to see how Mary's running things?
How Mary's running things, because she's now the matriarch.
Yeah. Wasn't her mom sick in the previous film?
Yeah, but I mean,
sorry if we're spoiling this for you, but
I don't know if you
haven't seen it.
It might have been the previous film or the first film. The first Downton Abbey.
I think it was in the previous one. Oh, she got diagnosed with cancer or something, didn't she?
Oh no, it was the series. I think it was the series.
I don't think so.
I think it might have been. I don't know. Any Downton Abbey fans out there want to, point us to the episode or the film? Go for it, because, I don't know, because, I think they're kind of like, it's like, okay, we'll do another one. And, the fans don't care at this point. They just, yes, Downton Abbey. It doesn't matter if Downton Abbey's doing the craziest thing. It's like, they're the Dad's Army cast for them now. They're still going to love it.
Yeah.
It's like...
And, I'll love it.
I don't think there's anybody out there that's like, there have been a few moaners about the past couple of films. People go, oh, A New Era was a little bit flat.
Because they went to Greece or whatever.
Yeah, and they said the first film was a bit. Their voices were a bit weird, and Hugh Bonneville. Oh no, A New Era was weird because Hugh Bonneville had lost so much weight and his voice was a little bit kind of raspy or something, and they were kind of like, oh, what's going on there?
Is he sick?
Yes.
Yeah, people were like, oh no, is he sick?
Yeah. But, that was...
People are always going to have a complaint, aren't they?
Yeah.
Again, don't watch it if you don't want to watch it. Sick to death of you all.
It's the grand finale. You're going to watch it. But yes, I mean, and 1923 Season 2 we've been watching. This is what we've been watching
We've been watching now.
Yeah. 1923 Season 2. Yeah, that continues as a pace.
You guys...
That's really good.
If you don't watch that show... What are you honestly doing with your lives? Because
what the heck are you doing?
It's so good.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've done a really good job with it.
It's quite epic. It's quite an epic kind of series, really. Yeah. And I like that they haven't put it all out at once. I like that we have to wait a week for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, yay, it comes on today. Yes. Yay.
She's very excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, you like a series to be... I mean, I like a binge as much as the next person, but there's something like, yay, the anticipation of, woo, we get to watch it now, yay, yeah. And then, oh no, we have to wait a whole other week. Oh, but it's just like,
I think it's 10 episodes.
It's something to look forward to.
The 4th episode
There's
right
so
now.
little to look forward to these days.
Yes, I just need to look forward to my shows.
Yes.
And my Great British Baking Show.
I don't know. What episode are we on?
I think it's the 4th.
Oh, is that all? Oh, yeah. Good. So there's still more.
Yeah, there's still more episodes.
Yeah.
I think it's the 4th or the 5th.
It's so good. And the thing is I don't know. I remember hearing... We still haven't finished Yellowstone. I think we've only watched a few episodes of the first season.
I mean, to me, 1883 and 1923 are far more interesting. We watched a few episodes and I was just going to... This is just...
I think Yellowstone is quite good, but I do prefer the others.
Yeah, I mean...
The others are more... It's just because we like period dramas, though, really.
There's something about the time of it.
The time period, yeah. But
that being said, I did like Succession a lot, so it's like... It's not really a case of a period. It's just got...
That was like a different kind of thing, though. That was like a totally different thing. I mean, it was a drama, but it was a comedy also, you know. But you heard so much about Yellowstone, and I feel like you don't hear that much about 1923. I'm kind of scared. That makes me scared. Although I did see on TikTok when they were filming, a lot of people were going, oh, they're filming 1923 near me. Like, oh, look at them all, you know. So maybe more people watch it than I feel like they do. But I just hope it doesn't get canceled because not enough people are watching it. Watch it! Watch it so it sticks around, please.
Well, I mean, I don't see how, because they were only going to do a mini-series of 1883, and he was only intending to do...
That was just a one-off thing, wasn't it? There wasn't a second.
They intended that for 1923 too, but then people were like, oh no, it's got to be a second series. He's like, okay, I'll write a second series of this, but I want to go 1944 or 1964 or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I think they're going to the 1940s next.
Yeah.
I think they've already said that, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it. It's such a good show.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's great, yeah. What's the other one? Orange is the New Black.
Well, yeah, that's not new, but...
That's not new, but Erica started watching that for something to watch.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix. I have to binge things when I'm doing other stuff. I don't know. I need to get like audiobooks or something like that would do the same thing, but yeah, so I hadn't ever seen Orange is the New Black. And when I first started it, I was like, okay, yeah, this is good for me to just like have on. And now I've gotten more into it, so now I'm finding it a bit more distracting. And also I'm like, well, I have to rewatch this now with you, with Dominic, because it's just like, he would like it. It's a really good show. Let me know if you guys have seen the Orange is the New Black.
Have you seen The Orange is the New Black? Yeah, I'm down. I'm hip with the kids. When did it come out in 2019, didn't it?
No, it came...
It ended.
It ended. Yeah, I think it started in, like, 2013.
2013, maybe, yeah.
Something like that. I'm on, like, the 4th season, I think, and there's, like, 7, so I've still got a ways to go. But, yeah, there's just... It's so... like, enlightening also about how women's prisons work, or this type of women's prison anyway, because I did Google it to see, like, how true is this to real life, because, you know...
Is this accurate?
I've never been to prison.
Is this prison a cell block H?
And apparently they say there's a prison in Connecticut that this was, you know, modeled after or whatever, and it's very... very true to how that particular prison operates. So, I don't know, I find that all really fascinating. The politics and the friendships and the, you know, the drama, and it's kind of like...
Yes.
In the show, they always say, like, oh, it's like being in high school all over again, because you do have, like, cliques and...
Yes. Yes.
And it's just really interesting and also heartbreaking sometimes, and just, I think it kind of teaches you a lot about how people end up in prison, all the different types of people, because I think there's a stereotype sometimes about the types of people who end up in prison when really that's not true at all. Like,
yeah, no, you know, white collar crime is a thing.
Well, yeah,
you know?
Yeah. So it does a great job at, like, telling everybody's stories, I think, and yeah, and it's funny at the same time, so I definitely recommend that if for some reason you're like me and you haven't ever seen it yet. It's definitely worth the hype. I mean, obviously it was huge there for a while.
Yeah.
I think it won all the awards.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of people talking about it, you know.
Yeah. And it definitely deserves it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying that one. I don't know what I'll watch when I finish that. I'm kind of thinking about Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, yeah.
I hear about that all the time, and that's another one I haven't seen, so, yeah.
Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, possibly.
What's coming up next? We watched the last one on here, because we talked about MobLand. Exo Kitty, Season 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
We flew through that.
Yeah, that's kind of like one of those films, one of those TV shows that are, you know, like Emily in Paris and Heartstopper. They're there for the fluff, and you know, they're you know,
it's geared at a younger audience.
It's geared at a younger audience.
But the thing is to me, stuff that's geared toward a younger audience, like what was that other one that I watched, and I enjoyed that one as much as anything too. That's another one I have to get you to watch. I'll rewatch.
Yeah, what was it?
What was the name of it now? Outer Banks.
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks. I watched, and that's geared toward a younger audience. But the thing about it is, like, we've all been that age, so
well, yeah,
you know, we can still remember.
It's a coming of age show.
Yeah, we can still remember what it was like to be that age.
Yeah,
so I like those kind of shows too. And that one was a fun one. But XOXO Kitty, it's just a fun little romantic comedy kind of coming of age.
Yeah, I mean, it's based on To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Yeah, I don't know. Those were actual books.
Actual books,
right?
yeah.
I don't know if the XOXO Kitty were books or not.
Maybe. I don't think they were. I think it was just something Netflix decided to spin it off, you know.
Yeah. I think they tend to do that.
Yes. Because, you know, more content.
More money.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it for us, what we've been watching.
What we've been watching, what's coming out, what we're excited for. In music, I don't know that there's been any music news. Oh my god. Just a quick little music aside. We just made a quick trip to Dallas, like there and back over the weekend.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times we heard Sabrina Carpenter on the... It's only 3-hour drive from here to Dallas.
Sabrina Carpenter and...
Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga.
The same songs.
Yeah. And it was pretty much just kind of those... Chapel Roan.
It
was just like the
pink
rotation.
Barbie car. I'm gonna keep on driving my pink Barbie car.
And we were just like... I mean, I quite like everything I've heard of Sabrina Carpenter's, but... you would think that she's the only artist out right now, as much as they play her on the radio.
Yes.
We were just like, okay, you know, and we'd switch stations.
And it'd be Sabrina Carpenter.
It should be on there. Switch to another station.
They're really pushing her music right now. Yeah. Well, the same 3 songs, Bad Chem and Please, Please, Please and Espresso.
Yeah, well, I was like, if I were her...
Well, she's only got... how many albums has she got out? She's only got 1 album out.
I guess this is her main album. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not up on my...
You're not a carpenter head.
Yeah. But I just feel like if I were her, or any artist like that, I would be so annoyed at the radio. Like, literally, in 1 hour, you guys, we heard like 3 different songs of hers. And then the next hour, we heard at least one of those same songs again in the next hour. And we were just like, oh my God. I mean, wouldn't you be like, can you please maybe
please don't play my song?
Yeah, like, not so often, because you don't want to make people sick of you. But then again, maybe...
It's overexposure, yeah. I mean, they've been paid by the... record company to play it. Keep it playing it. Keep on playing it. Yes.
But then people do get sick of them. They're like, oh God, I don't want to hear another. I don't want to hear that song anymore. I'm sick to death of that song. Yeah, I don't know. It's a fine line, isn't it?
Yes.
It's just kind of like, yeah. But anyway, that's all we heard. And then
that's all we heard about music.
There's something going on with Justin Bieber, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's
follow him, but
yeah, I've been seeing reports of
it's not looking good,
spiraling out of control. Yeah. It's not looking good, Justin. It's not looking good.
He's posting some kind of...
He's deleting his Instagram, and then he's reactivating it, and then
apparently
he's posting
his
some lives.
Wife unfollowed him on there.
His wife, he's like, you know, he's stalking his wife. His wife's leaving him, or whatever. You know, it's all these kind of rumors.
But I've seen people like worried because of the lives he. And somebody screen recorded it, of course, and the live seemed like something was up. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. You know, we're not like huge Justin Bieber people here either, but you don't want something to happen to these people.
No,
you know, it's like, apparently he's been through a lot. Through
the Diddy stuff and all that, you know. Yeah.
So it's sad, but we hope he takes care of himself anyway.
Yes.
But yeah, I guess that's it. April Fools.
This whole... We're going to keep going. It's a 4-hour podcast. You thought you were going to have to turn this off. And you can't turn it off, can you? Can't you?
Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. We really appreciate your support. Be sure to give us a follow on social media. If you don't follow us already, we are at TButty, TEABUTTY, across all socials. Shout out to our patrons for their continued support. We really appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you all next time.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.